Right then, I'm going to talk about one of my old aircraft and I need to bring it back. So I started to strip it a bit ago and I've just left it because I wanted the motors and speed controls for something else, and it's just sat around doing not a lot, and it's looking a little bit sorry for itself. This is a DJI F550 frame. This was my first commercial airframe. You'll even notice it's got the old GoPro on it here, GoPro 3. Dusty as anything. I have not touched this aircraft. I have not powered it up. I haven't done anything with it for quite some time. It's filthy. But I need it. I need to be able to do something rather interesting. We'll not get into that right now, but I've got to bring her back. Now, back in the day, you know, back in the early 2012s and everything, everyone wanted to be under 7 kilos because of the rules back then. GoPro taking a photo every 2 seconds, so you line up the shots, you get loads of shots while it's doing that, but you just find the one you wanted that you lined up correctly. It needs a video transmitter. Okay, so what I've got to do first is this is the prop, that's the speed controller. I've got to refit all these. First job, actually second job. First job, clean it. Give it a wipe down, give it a clean, then reconnect all my speed controllers and props. They all look good, the props are fine. I've given them all the quick once over. The motors on this, by the way, if you're wondering, are Tiger motors, 770 kV. It will use 4S batteries, and it's going to carry a payload dispenser system basically, but I need to bring it back. So unlike the aircraft you all typically fly today, this one's a little bit different. Okay, because one it's a hex. It's not as locked in generally as the current DJI aircraft. Okay, don't get me wrong, it'll be fine. Once I've finished setting it up, it'll hold and it'll hover and everything else. But it's ATI-manual mode. Okay, it's a little bit more. If you land in this, you've got to be careful, because when you come into land, okay, you've got to make sure these skids are spot on, because if you don't, you can catch and tip and all sorts. It can be made to mission fly this, because this has got a NASA 2, he says on it. This has got the V2, so this can handle up to 16 waypoints. Okay, so I can waypoint it and say, right, I want you to fly from here to there, and it will do that. But yeah, does the gimbal still work? No idea, need to test. I don't actually need a camera, but I suppose it's best to have one on it. It's got an old IOSD, no idea if that works. I've got no idea about the flight controller. The receiver is a Futaba and it's 14 channel. I've got no doubts at all that works. Of all the things in here, well, that will work. I'm going to have to get DJI Assistant to get myself back used to that. You'll be going, DJI Assistant, setting up a drone. The amount of stuff you have to go through to set one of these up back in the day and self-building. And like I say, we all wanted sub 7 kilos. This was originally used, so someone wanted some night flying doing for security at an event. We put an IR camera on it, and you could literally see people trying to come in through the crops and everything. And it approached the event, and we could just direct security to go and stop them and intercept them. But yeah, so this is a really old frame. It just needs a clean. The motors are fine. I've checked them over. There's no problems there. The ESCs, they should be fine. They've just not been turned on in a while. I just need to get them all on. I need to resolder everything, clean it up. But that's my current project, guys. So bringing this back to life. Can I make this fly again? There'll be no screen with the controller. I'll have to tripod it, so it'll be tripod and do it that way. Yeah, and it's a radio controlled transmitter. The Futaba 12F, as I've said, will be my transmitter. That's what I fly this on. And yeah, so that's my current little project. Okay, yeah. But hopefully you'll see it flying in the next few weeks, although the weather is going to kibosh it. But yeah, XT60, I need some 4S batteries for it. I've got a few knocking about, but I'm not sure how good they are, so I need a bit of testing there. Yeah, resurrection time. Let's bring back an old friend, the F550. Okay, it's going to be interesting. Carry weight, kilo, won't be a problem. You could put Sony cameras under these for mapping. People used to do that. So you put camera here straight down, can map. This has actually got retracts. These are actual retract legs. They can actually come up out the way. So it can do that if I want it to. But yeah, it's a nice little machine when it flies. It's just, if you ever want to practice ATTI skills, this is one of the machines to have. People go, oh, Phantom 4 is good because it's got ATTI. Yes, it is. It's a modern frame and everything. But if you really want to screw with your head, try one of these in ATTI. That's all I can say. And it is a hex, of course. Got the 6 arms. But look at the dust on that. I mean, it's shocking. I mean, it's just been sat gathering atrocious amounts of dust. But it's time to bring it back. Okay, right. Yeah, right, that's it really. It's just my next little project, okay? And that's it. My F550 is going to come back. It should be fun. Right, take care. Have a good one, guys.